I lay on the hotel bed, tossing and turning, unable to sleep as the couple next door got all lovey-dovey. What kind of trash soundproofing does this crappy motel have? I checked the time, 3:30 in the morning, and in my frustration I grabbed a lighter, mentally lighting a post-coital cigarette for the guy next door. Seriously, couldn't they have wrapped things up earlier? It's the middle of the damn night. Ever heard of not disturbing the peace? Bang, the door next door was kicked open, followed by shouting, crying, screaming, and the sound of things breaking. Oh damn, someone's busting a cheater. I quickly threw on some clothes and rushed out to watch the drama. The door across the hall was wide open. I peeked in like a nosy neighbor and saw a naked woman getting her hair yanked while someone slapped her across the face. The mistress was crying like a weeping beauty, downright pitiful. Last time I saw her cry like that was when I proposed to her. 01. I didn't hesitate. I stormed into the room in a few big strides. But instead of rescuing my fiancé, I landed a punch square on the jaw of the guy standing there with guilt all over his face. Everyone froze in shock. Wait, who are you? The wife stopped mid-slap, looking at me confused. Don't mind me. Go ahead. Carry on. I was about to throw another punch, but two other guys held me back. I raised my hands to show I wasn't fighting anymore, then pointed at the woman kneeling on the floor, crying. She's my fiancée. The expressions on everyone's faces were priceless. They'd seen scorned wives catch mistresses before, but never both sides showing up at once. I lit a cigarette. You slap my girl, I punch your man. Fair trade, right? Dude, chill out. Let's talk this out. No need for violence, man. One of the guys from the wife's side stepped in front of me, clearly trying to defend the cheating husband. What's your mom's last name, pal? He wasn't expecting me to come at him like that. His eyebrow twitched. You looking for a fight? Honestly, I was so pissed off I could have fought anyone. I didn't even wait for his second sentence. My fist found its target again. 3 minutes later, everyone in the room was too exhausted to keep fighting. My face was a mess, black eye, bloody eyebrow, but I didn't feel a thing. I just sat in the corner smoking. The wife walked over and crouched down beside me, staring at the cigarette burning between my fingers, lost in thought. If you've got something to say, just spit it out. She chuckled. Surprisingly pretty smile. So what now? How do you want to deal with this? Whatever. Up to you. I don't care anymore. I was in full dead inside mode. How about this, let's sleep together. That way I get back at my husband and you get back at your fiancé. Fair trade. 02. The half-smoked cigarette slipped from my fingers. Even if you gave me 1,000 bottles of brain booster, I'd never have guessed she'd say something that insane. Lady, are you out of your damn mind? She didn't get mad. Maybe she was too stunned by the whole cheating mess. What makes you say that? Your husband cheated because my girl is hotter and better in bed. I already have her, why would I want to sleep with you? That might have hit a nerve. Her brows furrowed. What's that supposed to mean? I looked at her carefully. To be fair, she wasn't unattractive. Actually looked a little like my girlfriend, just a few years older. Honestly, I was just pissed and needed someone to blame. Wanted to call her out for not keeping her husband in line. But truth is, I didn't keep my girl in check either. Once you're used to 5-star dining, who wants street food? Get the hell out. She snapped. Gotta say, kinda scary when she's mad. Amelia sat across from me, pressing a wet towel to her swollen cheek. Why? I didn't even look up. I couldn't bear to see her face right now. Because every time I did, I saw the image of her moaning in another man's arms. There's no why. There's gotta be a reason. Was I not good enough to you? You're a good guy. And that was the last straw. A good guy? I bust my ass flying over 2,000 miles for work, solving client problems, and this is what I come back to? My fiancé cheating and getting caught red-handed? So being a good guy means I deserve to get screwed over. I shouted as I threw things around, trying to vent the storm raging inside me. Oh, so now you remember you're always on business trips? Ever since you proposed, how much time have you actually spent with me? Huh. Unbelievable. I let out a bitter laugh. Why do you think I work so hard, huh? You think weddings are free? You think houses just fall from the sky? You think dowries pay for themselves? I needed the money. You think I like being on the road all the time? You think long-distance travel is fun? You think I didn't want to be home with you? By the end, my lips were trembling. I fought hard to keep the tears from falling. Oh right, I forgot to ask. Who was that guy you were screwing? He's richer than you. And has more time. I nodded slowly. Now it all made sense. Oh, so it's all about money. Got it. Well then get out. Go kiss up to Mr. Rich Guy. Trash. She let out a dry laugh. You think you're in any position to judge me? What the hell did I do? You really think you were always faithful to me? What the hell are you talking about? What about the scar on your wrist? Without thinking, I touched my right wrist. I told you 100 times it was from when I was a kid. Can you stop with the paranoid BS? Who gave it to you? You're insane. I wasn't embarrassed. I was just fed up. I swear I never cheated on her. She was just grabbing at anything to throw dirt on me. At that moment, I realized I had nothing left to say to her. Get out. She didn't move. I said get out. She covered her mouth, crying as she slammed the door behind her. I muttered, "You've got the nerve to cry?" But as I said it, tears started falling from my own eyes. 03. I didn't sleep all night, and the next day's client meeting was a total mess. Not only did the client mock me the entire time, but the whole trip turned out to be a waste. What the hell is wrong with you? My boss called, must have been because the client complained. Nothing much. Oh cool. Then do me a favor. Look around and see if there's a bill. For some goddamn reason I sat across from her. She squinted up at me, recognized me, and cracked a small smile. Wait, conversation elsewhere. Fiona. Well damn, turns out she's a foreign girl. We chatted like that off and on. Somewhere in the middle, she passed out with her head on the table. I nudged her just to make sure she wasn't dead. She was still breathing, definitely asleep. Now I had to figure out where the hell to take her. Excuse me, sir. Could you settle the bill first? Uh-huh. She didn't pay yet. No, sir, not yet. I tried shaking Fiona a little. She was totally out, muttering under her breath. Don't have *** king push me. Looking at the waiter's polite smile, forced lips barely holding back a twitch, I couldn't bear to ask them to make her pay. How much? That'll be $8,820. But if you pay $8,800, we'll call it even. Cash or card? C-card. I was so drunk my tongue barely worked. Every time I pressed a digit on the keypad, I felt like my heart skipped a beat. That was all my hard-earned money. Hey, can you guys print a... Never mind, forget it. I was gonna ask for a receipt but then realized, if William saw a reimbursement claim for $8,000 from a bar, he'd probably have a heart attack. I carried Fiona on my back. She was totally knocked out, completely limp, and I was sweating bullets just trying to hold her up. Where the hell was I supposed to take her? The worst part? Her breath kept hitting my ear. Hot, itchy, and distracting as hell. I set her down on a bench and loosened my collar to catch my breath. Her cheeks were flushed from the alcohol, and a thin silver necklace glinted faintly at her collarbone. For a second, a very wrong thought popped into my head. I quickly looked away and shook my head hard. No way. I don't care how hot she is. Ain't no one worth $8,800 a night. Just then I turned my head and saw a hotel across the street, lit up like it was calling out to me. 04. Hi there. Would you like a twin room or a king-size bed? Doesn't matter. Just give me whatever's available. Right now, all I wanted was for the front desk to hurry up and check us in, because I really couldn't carry her any longer. And I had this gut feeling she was about to puke. If she threw up all over me, I'd be in deep **T. Well then, the receptionist glanced at Fiona slumped on my back. I'll set you up with a king bed. Yeah, just make it fast. Another girl standing behind the counter lowered her head and giggled. Probably never seen someone in such a damn rush before. I didn't bother explaining. Seriously, you try carrying someone about to barf and see how chill you are. The moment I dumped her onto the bed, it felt like my soul finally returned to my body. I only brought one set of clothes for this business trip. If she'd thrown up on me, I would have been totally screwed. There you sleep like that. I wasn't about to pull some cheesy romance movie move and undress a drunk woman. This wasn't a film shoot. Who the hell knows where that kind of **T could lead? I tucked her in, set a bottle of water on the nightstand, and got ready to leave. Right before I walked out, something came to mind. I grabbed some paper and a pen and wrote her a note. Vodka. $8,800. Room, $500. I covered a total of $9,300. Send the money to this account when you wake up. After writing it, I quietly closed the door behind me and left. I was still feeling a little down as I walked downstairs. Didn't even get to drink much myself, and I was out $9,300. No idea if that woman would actually stick to the code and pay me back. Fanning myself and wiping sweat, I passed by the front desk again. The girl from earlier muttered under her breath, "In a rush and that fast?" Huh. I turned and stared at her. "What did you just say?" A guy at the desk quickly jumped in. "She said takeout." "Yeah, takeout. She's hungry and said her food delivery arrived fast." I wasn't happy, but whatever. If I really had finished that fast, fine, I'd admit it. But I didn't even do anything. Next day, nothing in the bank. Day 3, still nothing. Day 4, I got a text reminding me to pay off my credit card bill. Day 5, I had to drag myself back to work. Honestly, I had to admit, after all that drama with Fiona, I wasn't feeling as miserable anymore. It's like my emotional pain had shifted. Instead of being upset about Amelia cheating, now I was just pissed about losing $9,300. Life goes on. After deleting and blocking every trace of Amelia, I told myself, it's over. Time for a clean slate. So I went back to the office. Back to being the Jacob who occasionally slacked off, complained about business trips, and clocked out right at 5. William found it weird, though. Said I acted like an old tractor, either full throttle or totally stalled out. Either I worked like my life depended on it, or I moved at a snail's pace. Sometimes I even broke down in place. But really, I just went back to being who I was before I met Amelia. I thought life would just roll on like this, quiet, messy, but manageable. But fate had other plans. One day, I was chilling at my desk, legs crossed, munching on a breakfast burrito and tapping away at some code, when I looked up and saw William, acting like someone's humble servant, walking into the office with Fiona. 05. Maybe it was because of the way I looked. Fiona spotted me instantly, gave a small smile and said something to William. He looked super awkward and made a beeline straight toward me. "Come with me to the meeting room. A major client wants to talk to you." Me. "Yeah, quit yapping and get moving." We all sat down, and Fiona's eyes were glued to my face like she was drilling holes in it. William looked completely lost. Let me introduce everyone. This is Fiona, our new major client." He gestured toward her. "And this is our tech guy, Jacob." Then he turned back to Fiona. "Jacob just handles the tech side. He's not familiar with the product strategy, so I'm not sure why you requested him specifically." "I just like talking to tech guys," she said, eyes still locked on me. "Well then, let us know what you'd like to discuss. Jacob and I can walk you through everything." "Do you have time for dinner later?" Fiona asked. "I do." "You're out of your damn mind." The first sentence came from William. The second was from me. "Jacob, who asked you to talk? Keep your mouth shut until spoken to." William forced a smile. "Sorry about that, Jacob's not feeling well these days." That's what he meant by sick. "I'll join you for dinner." "It's fine." I was asking him anyway. "Exactly." She was asking me. "What the hell are you on about?" William, for once, actually cursed in front of a client. "I just want to know, what exactly did you do to me that night?" Fiona leaned in, getting way too close. "Night? What night?" William glanced between us, clearly feeling out of the loop. "Please refer to the VCR." I pulled out my phone and played a video clip. I'd recorded the entire scene in one take. From the moment I walked into the hotel room, tucked her in and walked out. These days, even married couples get accused of assault. You think I'd take that risk without some backup? Fiona watched the clip, lips curling up into a faint smirk. God knows what she was thinking. William craned his neck trying to peek at the screen, but the lighting in the video was too dark to see anything. He finally gave up and let out a long sigh. "Well, since we're on the topic of that night, when are you paying back that $9,300? "What $9,300? Fiona and William asked in unison. "You don't know." "Of course I don't." I glared at William. "Who the hell was talking to you?" "I don't know either." Fiona leaned back, grinning like she was enjoying this little game. "Are we even gonna talk business anymore?" Or are you two just here to flirt? Shut up. That one came from both Fiona and me, perfectly synced. So you're saying you're not paying me back? Did I ask you to pay for me? I'm not doing this project anymore. Oh please, I wasn't gonna work with you anyway. That's it. William slammed his palm on the table. Jesus F*** King Christ. Who's the boss here, you or me? I bust my ass to land this account, and you're telling me you're quitting the project like you're my damn dad. He turned to Fiona, trying to smooth things over. I'm really sorry, Miss Fiona. On behalf of Jacob, I apologize. Please reconsider working with us. It's fine. I'll still do it on one condition. He has dinner with me later. Dinner? No problem. Leave it to me. He'll eat dinner, eat dirt, eat sh*t, whatever you want. 06. Under the dual pressure of William threatening to dock 3 months of my salary and promising me a $20,000 bonus if the project went through, I agreed to have dinner with Fiona. She smiled and said, "Thanks for that night. No need to thank me, just pay me back." Come on, it was just $9,000. Is it that big a deal? Just $9,000? Are you serious? I make $8,000 a month. My last girlfriend left me because I was broke and ran off with your husband. Well then, how about this? She leaned in again, the gesture full of innuendo. I quickly dodged away. I'll give you $20,000 a month. Let me keep you. You're seriously messed up. I stood up to leave. If you leave, the deal's off. Who the hell are you threatening? I snapped and sat back down. That dinner was awful. I don't even know why, but being around this woman always messed with my head, like I owed her something from a past life and now she'd come back to collect. We didn't talk much. Just ate. After dinner, she gave me an address and told me to bring the contract there tomorrow for her to sign and seal. That easy. A person's word should mean something. Once the deal went through, I stopped stressing about that $9,300. William's a reliable guy. If he says he'll give me a $20,000 bonus, he'll do it. All things considered, this month's paycheck was shaping up to be pretty fat. The next day, I flew over 2,000 kilometers again to bring Fiona the contract. Her company was seriously impressive. No idea how William managed to talk her into buying from us, but he pulled it off. She was dressed in full professional attire today, looked sharp and carried herself with real authority. None of that flirty attitude from before. After going over the contract terms, she hit me with a bunch of technical questions. Turns out she really knew her stuff. That actually made me see her in a new light. Of course, tech is my area of expertise. There was no way she'd stump me. Didn't expect you to actually be good at this. Told you. I slouched into my chair, spinning lazily, then suddenly straightened up again. I don't know why, but even though she irritated the hell out of me, I felt strangely relaxed around her. Like a pair of bickering frenemies. That kind of casual body language? I'd never used that in front of any other client. How about this, she said. Quit your job and come work for me. I'll give you a $20,000 base salary, performance bonus on top. Sound good? Trying to keep me again? No, I'm serious. You're worth that. No jokes this time. I want you as our head of engineering. No thanks. I waved it off. I'm good where I am with William. Why though? William only pays you $8,000 a month. Isn't that a bit of a waste? I went quiet for a moment, then gave her a straight answer. I'm not going to get into all the details, but William and I aren't just boss and employee. Back when I hit rock bottom, couldn't even afford food, William helped me out. Everything I know about tech I learned from him. The company's not doing great lately. If I left now, that wouldn't sit right with me. Fiona nodded and didn't push further. Well, if you ever feel like switching jobs, you know how to find me. Sure. No worries. Even if I jump off a building, I won't be jumping into your company. With that, I grabbed the signed contract and left her fancy-ass office. The moment I stepped outside, my phone rang. It was William. He opened with, "You mother ******er. 07. What's going on? Don't come back to the office. Fly straight over to the client. There's a problem. Go check it out." Got it. This time, I didn't even try to dodge the assignment. I knew this client well, our company's biggest one. If something went wrong over there, the compensation would be astronomical. We'd be bankrupt on the spot. "James, what exactly is the issue on your end?" Jacob, come here and take a look at what kind of garbage your company's software is spitting out. I didn't argue. First, I checked the software backend, nothing wrong. Then I ran the program again, still no issues. If there was a problem, it could only be in the source code. But I'd been hands-on with this software from R&D to deployment. I personally built a bunch of the core modules. And the thing had already been on the market for years, no issues till now. James, it's showing no errors. Even I didn't sound confident saying that, because based on the analysis results, James's company was on the brink of collapse. Jacob. James let out a dry, furious laugh. We've worked together for years. You've seen the scale of my company. I can't show you the financials, but I know for a fact we're not in trouble. Now you're telling me we're about to go bankrupt. James, that's not what I meant. This software uses big data analytics, and then applies AI algorithms to integrate in project risk. It's not saying your company will go bankrupt. It's saying there's a risk of bankruptcy. Oh really? So I've been paying you guys a fortune every year for this crap software just so it can curse me to hell, huh? What's the contract say again? James, come on, let's not get heated. James shoved me aside, grabbed the office phone, and told someone to bring over the contract. Then he flipped through it roughly, jabbing his finger at a clause. If your data deviates more than 30%, you owe compensation. That's in the contract, right? Then he flipped to the next page. Compensation is based on our company's losses. You good with that? He opened his laptop. Your software says my company will go under within 6 months. If we're still standing in 6 months, you're gonna regret it. Please don't take it that way, James. It's just a forecast, it doesn't mean. I don't give a damn what it means. We paid for your product and now we're following the contract. Don't blame me for being heartless. Go ask William what kind of promises he made when he sold it to me. And now this. This is what I get. A pile of dog *T. I've got things to do. You should leave. When I got back to the office, William looked like he'd aged 10 years. He was slumped in his chair, chain-smoking like a machine. No way. This can't be happening. I sat there too, smoking, not sure what to say. Yeah, I don't get it either. We've used this software for years. How could there suddenly be such a huge issue? You think someone's sabotaging us? I shook my head. William was clearly panicking. Come on, who would even care enough to target a tiny company like ours? And you know tech. If someone tampered with the software, the backend would have picked up something, right? Then could it be that Huacheng really is going bankrupt? I laughed. You've lost it. You really think a company that big just collapses overnight? Then I reminded him, Huacheng's got 6 months left on that prediction. We can look into it more. But the real problem is, do we keep selling this software? And for the copies we've already sold, do we take it off the market? I took a deep drag. If we take it down, can we afford the penalties? And if we don't, and this happens again, can we survive it? I paused. That deal we just signed with Bina Group? It's for this exact product. If we pull it now, the penalty for that one deal alone would gut us. Bina Group, Fiona's company. They signed for the same software. William stared blankly like he'd been totally knocked out. Jacob, you know the CEO of Bina, right? Maybe you could talk to her. I sighed. Yeah, there was no way I could turn William down. I was the only one who could handle this. But the thought of having to deal with that woman again made my head hurt. That lady didn't know the meaning of personal space. Always flirting, always talking about keeping me. What man wouldn't crack under that? 08. What brings you here this time? Already thinking about switching jobs. Fiona, I actually came to talk business. Wow, hearing you talk like this, kinda rare. I explained the whole situation to her. Basically, the product in the contract had a minor issue and needed some adjustments. I asked if we could delay the delivery a bit. And if it was urgent, we could issue a full refund, maybe even throw in some extra. What if I say no? Come on, we know each other by now. You're generous and understanding. Help me out here. I had no idea what was going through her head. She just kept smiling at me, and that smile made me feel seriously uneasy. All right, same offer as before, $20K a month, I'll keep you. You agree, and I'll approve the delay. Keep me as in tech lead at your company? No. The other kind of keep, the one I mentioned the first time. I swallowed the words "you're insane" before they could leave my mouth. Fiona, please be kind. Don't make this harder for me. What's wrong? Am I not good enough for you? Not as pretty as your ex? Not as good in bed? Not as rich? I was wrong. Seriously, I messed up. I apologize for what I said that day. I wasn't thinking straight. Don't stoop to my level. She stood up from her executive chair and walked over. Just as I was about to stand, she pushed me back down and gently lifted my chin with a floral-scented fingertip. I still prefer the rebellious version of you. Before I could respond, she sat back down. All right, tell me. Which company's the one with the problem? Fiona, that's confidential, we have NDAs. Oh really? Then go. Keep your secrets. I had no choice. I told Fiona about Huaching Group and the issue with the software on their end. She didn't interrupt, just listened, occasionally scribbling something on a notepad, smiling from time to time. When I finished, she agreed to the delivery delay and told me I could go. I honestly didn't expect her to be so accommodating. Sure, we knew each other, but we weren't exactly close and we had some tension, to be honest. Still, her willingness to help really touched me. Even if a big company like hers didn't care about the breach of contract penalties, who says no to money? Thank you so much. Really. On behalf of our company, thank you. I even gave her a polite bow. Told you, I like the defiant version of you. Keep acting like this and I might change my mind. I didn't dare say another word. Ran out of her office like my life depended on it. When William heard the news, his stressed-out face finally relaxed a little. As long as that deal wasn't considered a breach, our cash flow would survive, and we'd have some breathing room. Our final plan was pause new sales of the product, continue supporting those already sold, and monitor everything closely. If we had to recall all copies, the losses would be too massive to cover. Thankfully, our company managed to scrape through, barely hanging on. 09. The next few months, I didn't have a personal life to speak of. All I did was run around chasing deals, pushing our company's other services and products, just trying to bring in some cash before the Huaching bomb dropped. William was even worse, barely sleeping 2 hours a night, chasing down leads like a man possessed. With just a month left before Huaching's financial disaster was set to explode, we got one good piece of news, and two bad ones. Good news. Huaching really did go bankrupt. Bad news, William got sick. Worse news, it was serious. The amount we would have had to pay Huaching in damages wouldn't even be enough to cure him. I sat by William's hospital bed, peeling an apple. He didn't eat it, so I took bites myself. Well, at least the company's safe now. No payout to Huaching. Bro, maybe we should sell the company. Use the money for your treatment. You're talking sh*T. The company doesn't belong to just me. I can't just sell it. We sell it, I'll talk to the team, they'll understand. Sell my ass. What could we even get for it? And even if we had the money, there's no guarantee I'd survive. Then what? Leave the guys jobless too. I sniffled. We'll find another way. Find what? A miracle. I mean it. I had a company offer me $20,000 a month to jump ship, and I didn't go. Which dumbass company would offer you that? He coughed hard before I could answer. I patted his back, helping him catch his breath. I mean, your software's that impressive? It says Huaching would go bankrupt and boom, it really did. Impressive, my ass. I still think we just got lucky. That software's got flaws. Still. Kind of feels like the software predicted it right, huh? Shut up and rest. You're wheezing so bad I'm scared you'll die mid-sentence. I left the hospital room and hid in the stairwell, trying not to cry out loud. Last time I cried like that was when I found out Amelia cheated. My phone rang. It was Fiona. I cleared my throat. Hello. I heard William's sick? Yeah. Why don't you come work for us? Your company's not doing much these days and you still need to earn money for his treatment, right? Okay. This time I didn't turn her down because she was right. After joining Fiona's company, I worked hard trying to bring in income. She knew I wasn't in the mood for jokes and kept things professional, only approaching me to discuss business and tech. And for the first time, I actually started to like her. I even thought, if she was serious, maybe the two of us could really be something. But I shook that thought off quickly. It was too unrealistic. She wasn't the type to settle down. Even if she liked me, it'd be for my skills, not me. At the end of the month, Fiona handed me a card. I didn't get what it meant. What's this? Paying you back. For what? For that $9,000 you covered for me that night. I smiled and didn't refuse. I really needed the money now. At the bank, I inserted the card and saw it held $100,000. I immediately called Fiona. $9,300 is to pay you back. The rest is a loan. Use it for William's treatment. Just make sure you pay me back eventually. She hung up right after that. I gripped the card tightly, unsure what I was feeling inside. 10. William's condition was stabilized for now, but keeping him alive meant throwing money at treatment non-stop. The doctors recommended surgery, but the cost was outrageous. There was no way William and I could come up with that kind of money on our own. Still, this outcome was already better than I'd dared to hope. From this point on, my only goal was make money. William's company still had a bunch of people to feed. He could just barely manage to break even. The real breadwinner now was me. Suddenly, I kind of understood Amelia. Because in some situations, not having money really is a deal breaker. She threw morals aside and ran after money. I guess you couldn't say she was heartless, just had different priorities. Fiona had helped me out a few times, and honestly, my feelings toward her were growing stronger. I had to admit, this woman really was charming, capable, attractive in her own way. And when she wasn't teasing me, she was actually a really decent person. After work, I'd sometimes go out with her, grab a bite, walk around. And in those moments, I'd catch glimpses of a softer, more playful side of her. She'd stop in her tracks if she saw cute balloons. She'd bargain with street vendors over a few bucks. I'd stand a little ways back and just watch her. Under the streetlights, her shadow stretched long, landing right over my chest. Tomorrow's my birthday. Have dinner with me. Sure. The next day, she took me to a 5-star hotel restaurant. The staff greeted us like we were VIPs, which honestly made me a little uncomfortable. What would you like to order? I didn't answer. I hadn't even heard of half the stuff on that menu. Bring us your signature dish, whatever tastes best, Fiona said without even glancing at the menu. Of course. Please wait a moment. The dish was steak. Not very big. 2 servers stood behind us the whole time. Every time I finished a piece, one would cut the next piece and place it on my plate. It was so fancy I didn't even know how to eat anymore. First time at a 5-star place, huh? Fiona teased, watching how stiff I looked. Yeah, pretty much. How's the food? I smacked my lips, trying to figure out the flavor. The steak was tender but bland. Even dipped in sauce, it still had that faint metallic taste, almost bloody. Maybe rich people like that? It's all right. I didn't dare say it was bad. Didn't want Fiona thinking I was ungrateful. Yeah, I think it's just okay too. Let's go somewhere else. Before I could process what was happening, Fiona dragged me out of the restaurant and straight to a street food stall, ordering a whole bunch of skewers. I never imagined that a successful, powerful woman like her would go for roadside barbecue. Try this. I took a bite and grinned like an idiot. Damn, it was good. She clinked her beer against mine and downed the whole thing in one go. So, do you still think once you're used to 5-star dining, you won't enjoy street food anymore? Damn. So she had remembered that line. This woman seriously knew how to hold a grudge. All right, enough already. I'll drink as punishment. This time, drinking with her felt way better than the last. We had way more to talk about, too. Once we were both a little tipsy, her face started turning red again, just like that night when she passed out on my back. If I could spend this life with her, it might actually be a happy one. Tomorrow, take me to the airport. Where are you going? America. What for? I'm moving. Not coming back. The skewer I was holding fell to the ground. 11. Before she noticed, I quickly picked it up, brushed it off and shoved it in my mouth. Why so sudden? It's not sudden. I've been thinking about it for a long time. The only reason I stayed this long was to wait for someone. But I'm done waiting. Time to go. I don't know why, but those words hit me like a knife to the chest. Was she talking about me? Maybe. But I didn't have the guts to ask who that someone was. Most likely I was just overthinking it, wishful thinking like a toad dreaming of a swan. Why don't you come with me? I could wait a few days for you. Was that a hint? Was I the person she waited for? But then William's face popped into my head. Forget it. I still need to take care of William. She took another bite of lamb and nodded. Then she finished her beer. Come see me off tomorrow. I have a gift for you. I didn't say anything, just kept gnawing on the skewers. But somehow the meat had lost all its flavor. 12. At the airport. She handed me a small bag and told me not to open it until after she boarded. Said it was a gift. I wasn't even thinking about the gift. I just wanted to look at her a little longer. You're really not coming back? You're really not coming with me to the US? I smiled. She smiled too. Yeah, maybe we both had our reasons. So this is our last goodbye, huh? I looked into her eyes. They were beautiful. Probably. Unless something unexpected happens, this is it. Want a hug? I opened my arms. She exaggerated a step back, folding her arms like she just spotted some creep. I was just kidding. No hugs. Just give me your arm. I didn't get it, but did as she asked and stretched out my arm. She grabbed my wrist and bit down hard. Then she let go, laughing as she ran off toward the gates. I looked at the bite mark on my wrist. It was even bigger than the scar I already had there. Her bouncy silhouette slowly merged with the shadow I'd been carrying in my heart. Teen, why are you leaving? Because we're moving to a new house. Does that mean we won't see each other anymore? We'll see each other. I'll come back to find you. You promise? I promise. Or, how about you come with me? I can't. Someday when Mom gets old, I need to take care of her. Then what if I come back and you don't recognize me? Then I'll bite you. If I see my bite mark later, I'll know it's you. Okay. Don't be scared. It might hurt a little. Ah. Ouch. Wah. These two kids still fighting even now. It's fine. They're just playing. A bite doesn't hurt anything. My mom stroked Emily's head. Will you miss Auntie? Emily didn't answer. She just stared at me, tears streaming down her cheeks. It's getting late, we need to go. Be safe on the road. Emily's mom waved goodbye. My mom stuffed me into the car. I leaned against the back window, watching Emily. The car started moving, and Emily broke free from her mom's hand, running after us. Big brother, you will come back for me, right? Big brother, you said you'd come back and marry me, right? That year I was 5. Emily was 4. I broke my promise. I never went back for her. Blame me for treating a childhood promise like a joke. Blame me for thinking what we had back then was just childish innocence. No wonder. No wonder she said her ex's name was Jacob and called him a jerk. No wonder her company, 2,000 kilometers away, still found William. No wonder she kept saying people should mean what they say. No wonder she always flirted with me. No wonder she always helped me. She had recognized me long ago. That day when I sat on the floor smoking, she wasn't staring at the cigarette. She was staring at the scar on my wrist, shaped like her teeth. My hands trembled as I pulled out my phone and called her. She didn't pick up. I called again. Still no answer. I texted her. You're Emily, right? You're Emily. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I wanted you to fall in love with who I am now. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I'm really sorry. The past is the past. Childhood stuff. There's no right or wrong to it. Will you come back? She didn't answer directly. Instead, she replied with a question. Did you open the gift I gave you? I quickly tore open the bag. Inside was a thick stack of documents. Emily had bought William's company and given it to me. She hadn't changed a thing about the employee structure or internal policies. Now William could afford his treatment. The rest of the staff wouldn't lose their jobs. At first, I could read the words on the pages clearly. Then everything blurred. I wiped my tears. Thank you. You're welcome. Your company's actually pretty solid. Originally, Bina planned to tank Huacheng, but we didn't expect your software to predict it. Huacheng's people were idiots not to believe it. You guys were the reason Huacheng went bankrupt? Yep. But not for your sake. It was part of our original plan. Are you coming back? Nope. Not this time. I sniffled. So you just dumped your sugar baby like that? When did I ever keep you? My paycheck comes from you, my company came from you, you helped me through everything. How is that not keeping me? Haha. Fine. One day if I get the chance, I'll sleep with you. Make the whole sugar baby thing official. When are you coming back? If nothing unexpected happens, probably never. I gave you so many chances, didn't I? She was right. She'd given me so many chances. Hinted at it again and again, openly and subtly. Last night she practically spelled it out for me. And me? I never even realized she was Emily. What right did I have now to chase after her? Plane's about to take off. Turning off my phone. Take care. If fate allows, we'll meet again. 14. The next day I got another message from Emily. How does it feel to lose something? It hurts. A lot. Do you regret not coming back for me all those years ago? I do. I really do. Do you regret not saying yes when I asked you to go to America with me at that food stall? I do. That's good. Just messing with you. I'm only in the US for a business trip. I'll be back next week.